everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm putting together a fresh flower corsage and matching boutonniere. And I started off by prepping all my flowers. So my filler flower today is wax flower, and I'm going to strip any leaves, or they're almost kind of like pine needles, off of the stems so I have a nice clean stem to work with. And then for my carnations, I'm going to take a 22 gauge wire, cut it in half because you don't need the whole thing. So might as well get the most out of your money. So, and then I kind of fluff up my carnation, and then I'm going to trim the stem up just a little bit, and you can leave a little nub in there. And then I'm just gonna jab the wire right through the under part of the blossom and squeeze it real tight. So carnations and wax flower both last out of water for quite a long time. They're pretty hardy flowers. So you can do this about a day or two if you can have it refrigerated ahead of time if need be. Once I have the wire in place, I'm going to cover the wire and the flower with some wax floral tape. And I'll put in the description a link to the wire and to the wax flower tape that I use, because I just bought some more and I got the link ready, so I'll put it right in the descriptions for you if you're interested. I did use artificial greenery, mainly because I had it around, but greenery kind of takes a back seat to the flowers there, so it's not that noticeable that they are not fresh. But you can always use baker fern or lemon leaves to do the leaf part. So these little green leaves are made specifically for corsages and boutonnieres. I got this particular bundle at Hobby Lobby. Same with the fern off to my left there. That also was from Hobby Lobby, just a big stem that I trimmed down. But since I have that wire in the corsage, it gives me freedom to kind of bend it the way I want. And I'm just going to start off making the boutonniere. And so I've got my one carnation, a little bit of filler. I'm going to use 3 of these little green leaves. Typically use 3 on boutonnieres, 5 on corsages, depending on how big and how many big blossoms there are. And once I have that, just going to cover it with some wax floral tape. And the green leaves just kind of hide your mechanics a little bit, kind of gives a foundation for the boutonniere itself. So I'll go all the way to the end, and then I will trim up the stem. And I think I did about 3 fingers when I trimmed it. I did 4 fingers when I trimmed it. And then you can take a pen or a pencil and give it a little curl, or you could trim it up a little higher and just leave a straight stem. And then you can add a boutonniere pin to it, and then that is the boutonniere. They do sell a diluted wax. I'll see if I can find that too. That you can spray boutonnieres and corsages with fresh flowers with that, and it's supposed to help preserve them. I'll take a look and see if I can find that, and I'll put that in the descriptions if I can too. But there is a way of preserving them a little bit longer if need be. So for the corsage, I'm doing 2 of the blossoms there. So I just kind of stack them on top of each other. I do like to do more of an S shape, or at least put some kind of curve into the corsage. And if you wanted to do just a single corsage or single carnation corsage, you can just do the one blossom, some filler, and then add a bow. If you do like a nice big bow, it kind of represents more of a corsage. Once I have the filler and my flowers placed, I will put that fern along the back, just give it a nice stable foundation. And like I said, I like doing about 5 of the artificial leaves around. And again, you can bend a little life into the leaves. They are wired all the way up through, so you can give them a little turn there. Try to make them look a little bit more realistic, but like I said, you don't really notice so much the little leaves being artificial, especially when you have beautiful flowers like those showing there. So I'll do one up a little bit higher, and then I'll kind of stagger forward going down. I like to bend one over my thumb, and that will kind of hide that area underneath the carnation. And then I have, oh, I must have added a little bit more filler. So at this point you can go ahead and cover everything with a wax floral tape, but I'm going to use my ribbon to kind of give all my stems a big hug. So I'm going to separate that wire holding my bow and just kind of work it around right where my thumb and my finger are, and pull it real tight, and then give the whole arrangement a big hug and a twist right there at the where the wire's at. Pull it nice and tight, and then I'll cover that with some wax floral tape after I fluff. And what's nice about carnations is that they do come in a variety of different colors. So I have this really pretty lavender here, or you could take white carnations and they have floral spray paint, and you can do just a touch of color. So if you wanted like a little bit of blue on it, I know around March time you can get dyed ones, dyed green ones if you want, or they can year round. I'm sure you can dye them or request dyed one as well, but they do come in quite a few different colors. And then I measured 4 fingers down again for the corsage, and then I'm not gonna curl it, so I'm gonna cover up the base with some more wax floral tape just to make sure that it doesn't have any wires poking out or sticking through, because you don't want it to jab anyone. You don't want it to jab the person wearing it, or if you're giving out hugs, jab the person that you're hugging, because that would not be nice. And then I put in a couple of corsage pins, that way they can pin it at the bottom and again at the top, since it is a little bit bigger. But there you go. There's some fresh flower corsage and boutonniere. Thank you so much for watching.